Have you ever started out the year with one goal in mind and then suddenly life takes a change? Well, if you can relate to that, I'm going to be sharing with you one of the biggest shifts and changes that 2026 has brought to so many of us, including myself. So, in this episode of Agents in the Trenches, I'm going to take you behind the scene of something that we never expected would happen, but that today we are celebrating as a fulfillment, something that has been able to be accomplished. And I want to share this with you because I believe that we are in the best season of opportunities, and opportunities are going to come your way, but you've got to be ready for them. I remember that one of my very early days back when I was just getting out of high school, bosses told me, you're better off being ready for an opportunity and not having it than having the opportunity and not being ready. So stop scrolling because this segment is going to be for you. It's going to resonate with those of you that are big thinkers, that are open minded, and that are ready to scale and take your life and business to another level. So, welcome to this episode of Agents in the Trenches. 2026 opened up with a full fire opportunity of possibilities. As you all know, 80 weeks ago, we launched the very first Winners Wednesday Productivity Bootcamp. And even though we did not have a playbook or a roadmap to what was going to happen with Winners Wednesday Productivity Bootcamp, I did know one thing. I knew that we were not going to stop. I knew that this was going to be the most consistent thing that I had done in the last 5+ years. I knew that it was all in. I was in it to win it, and there was no turning back. And I recall that when we launched January 15th of 2025, the uncertainty was real, the uncertainty was huge. Fast forward in 2026, we continue to build brick upon brick. Here's what I want to tell you. That one idea that you've launched many times, several times, or that one idea that you're still waiting to launch, or that one thing that you consistently start and stop and start and stop, you've got to reach a point where you realize, I've got to go all in. And that's exactly what I did in 2025. I knew that Winners Wednesday Productivity Bootcamp was going to be the space and the place where I was going to become more visible, more omnipresent, more committed than ever. And I was going to break all barriers of inconsistency because I knew that for many years, since 2023 to be exact, I was stop and go and stop and go. So I'm speaking to that one person out there, whether you're in real estate, whether you're a team leader, a broker, mortgage, insurance, title, appraisal, survey, a builder, a developer, an attorney, it doesn't matter what industry of real estate you're in or what business in real estate you're in. I am speaking to that one person that says, I am so tired of not seeing the results that I wanted. And I knew back in 2025 that I had to go all in, that I had to be the most consistent. Here's what I can tell you. Here's what I can tell you with all expertise and authority after 80 weeks. I want you to put in the chat where you are watching me from. I want you to put in the comments what city, what state, what country you are in, because this is about to get good. I'm going to share with you exactly the biggest things that have happened in my world throughout the last 80 weeks. And I've seen it not only catapult me, but those that have connected with what I've been doing, those that have shown up, those that have been part of the community, the ecosystem, have also witnessed and felt how much they have grown, how much they have moved forward. So I want you to share this live with absolutely everyone. I've got a little piece of hair over here that's standing up. I want to start off by telling you something that I learned many years ago, and it's a rising tide raises all ships or raises all boats. You've got something that you could bring to the marketplace that's going to help so many people to rise with you. But it's not going to be something that everyone else is doing. It's going to be your own thing. And I know a lot of people watch me from afar, and I know a lot of people get inspired and motivated by what I do. And there's many people that reach out and they message me and they text me and they share with me how they see the consistency, they see the commitment, they see what's being done. And at the end of the day, this is something that resonates with a lot of people. So I want to ask you this question. What is that thing that you are going to do? What is that one thing, regardless of what you do as a job? And your job is what you do to make the money. So if you're a builder, your job is to build homes. If you're a realtor, your job is to sell homes, whether you sell them to a buyer or you sell them for a seller. Your job is to sell homes. My job is to mentor and coach and help people get into the real estate industry and to help my agents to position themselves and launch them into their real estate career. So that thing that we do to make our daily bread, that is our job. That is a job. But our profession goes beyond that. A profession is once we are growing and once we are scaling in our knowledge and once we are getting certified and we are getting more expertise and more experience, our profession starts to open doors of opportunity. The profession is that thing that requires experience and trajectory and knowledge. It's that thing that opens doors for you because now you have credibility. You have another level of professionalism. But then you move into the world of, so what is my mission? What am I going to do with what I know how to do and with the profession that now I have developed? And this is where I want to talk to you about this next level of becoming the rising tide. After 80 weeks of doing the same thing every single Wednesday without canceling, without stopping, without changing, and being fully committed, fully consistent, all in, no excuses, only massive action. I want you to write that in the comments. No excuses. No excuses. If we audit the way that we think and we audit the way that we perform, we have so many excuses that we come up with. I want you to put in the comments, massive action. Guys, for so many years, I played so small. And I know I'm speaking to somebody out there, whether you're watching this on live or you're going to watch this on replay, it doesn't matter. You've got to come to the point. And I can tell you this from firsthand experience, because 80 weeks ago, I started doing something, but I knew this time I must be all in. I must be in it to win it. When I look at the world of real estate, when I look at the realtors and I look at the team leaders and I look at the brokers, just because you're a top producer, just because you're a rock star real estate professional and you close deals everywhere, doesn't mean you're going to be a phenomenal team leader. And we think that because we are closing a lot of real estate transactions, that the logical thing to do is to go start a team. Maybe you are, maybe you're not. But it doesn't mean that just because you are producing at a high level, you are the right person to lead a team. I see it all the time. Top producers that start teams, but that's not necessarily the path to follow for them. The other thing that I see is rock star top producers that say, oh, I'm closing so many deals. Let me go open up a company. Let me go be a broker. Being a broker is a whole new ball game. Being a broker is a whole different arena. So I'm saying that to say this. We all start with a job. We all build a profession. But we've got to find, what's my mission really going to be? And now I can tell you, after 80 weeks, I found my mission. I found that the marketplace is the place where I want to be serving. I found that the marketplace, not just realtors, not just brokers, not just team leaders, but everyone in the marketplace is where I want to be. And after doing what I was doing with Winners Wednesday Productivity Bootcamp, last year in October, we launched MMA Monday Masterclass because I wanted to go deeper with a small, intimate group of really committed people, people that were really wanting to their business, build their business. Now, today, we just finished launching a, a vision that I never had before. No one has ever heard me talk about the Business Growth Gallery. And I want to share today, now that we are launching the Business Growth Gallery, I want to share with you guys what this vision is really about. The Business Growth Gallery is the assignment, because even though the mission is to elevate and co-elevate and contribute and co-labor and, and work with the marketplace, the assignment now, it's not even at the academy anymore. 90 days ago, the vision of the BGG, put it in the comments, the BGG, the Business Growth Gallery, came to life. But it came to life because of so many weeks of building momentum. And here's where I want to take a little pause. What I now understand is that when you commit to something, when you are fully vested, when you're fully committed, when you are passionate and you are obsessed with the mission and what you're doing, there comes a moment where you start building momentum. And the momentum grew so big, bigger than I even imagined, bigger than I even, realized. The momentum grew so big that a huge door of opportunity opened up. So the BGG, the Business Growth Gallery, was born. And this is an ecosystem that is going to bring together the whole marketplace, because we have such huge opportunities to share with absolutely everyone that wants to be visible, everyone that wants to scale, everyone that wants to grow at a higher level. And it's not just for real estate agents. It is not just for real estate agents. It is not just for the real estate community, because the BGG is now within the Edison Mall, which is the largest commercial footprint and location in all of Southwest Florida. It was the very first mall in all of Southwest Florida. And even though many people would think, and many people have said, oh, nobody goes to the Edison Mall anymore because obviously the pandemic shifted everything. Let me tell you, there is a rebirthing taking place at the Edison Mall. So let me tell you about the Business Growth Gallery. It is an ecosystem of professionals, entrepreneurs, and business owners. It is the only one of its kind. It is the only place where people from all different businesses, all different commerces, all different professionals are able to come together to grow financially, to grow their own ecosystem, their own corporations, their own companies, where we are going to be building not just a business, but we are going to be building financial legacy, wealth creation. We are going to be scaling together through so many different opportunities. And even though many people, including myself, thought that we were looking for a second home for the Academy was just the launching pad. The Academy was the platform to bring to the forefront what only the Academy does, which is not just get people licensed, but help people grow their real estate careers and launch into being, rock star salespeople or professionals. We do mentorship, we do coaching, we do one-on-one training, we do weekly MMA Monday masterclasses. But it was Winners Wednesday that built the momentum. It was Winners Wednesday that built the momentum to the point that the Business Growth Gallery is now the place for visionaries, for action takers, for game changers, for move makers. And we are launching this one of a kind initiative, this one of a kind vision, because our marketplace is ready. Southwest Florida and beyond is ready for growth. It's ready for scaling. It's ready for community. And I was telling someone yesterday, community is common unity. So in today's podcast on Agents in the Trenches, I felt that it was necessary for me to voice the vision of the BGG, for me to voice what it is that we're going to do with inside the Edison Mall. And I want to share with you next why this is going to be so powerful. I want to show you the footprint of the exponential growth that awaits all of us. And this is why on July 29th, we are launching the one of its kind, the only business growth gallery in all of our region and probably beyond. I don't know. I had never heard about a business growth gallery. I had never heard of that concept. No one had ever talked to me about that type of thing. I had never even imagined it. I never even thought of it. It never crossed my mind. However, I can now tell you that the momentum that was built, there's so many people that have walked through our doors at Winners Wednesday. We have over 320 people that have come through the doors of Winners Wednesday Productivity Bootcamp since its inception. Now, that doesn't mean everyone is going to continue coming week after week. It's like everything, guys. It's like everything in life. At the beginning, you have a lot of something, but then it starts to filter. It starts to leave the remnant. It starts to leave the core of exactly what is going to be necessary for building upon that platform. And that's what happened at Winners Wednesday Productivity Bootcamp. But everyone that has experienced Winners Wednesday Productivity Bootcamp once or twice or many times knows one thing. There's no other place that delivers the experience that Winners Wednesday delivers. It's a second to none experience. And it's the only one that happens every single week. Guys, there's phenomenal trainings out there. There's phenomenal Zooms out there. There's great leaders out there doing things once a month or once a quarter or 4 times a year. We're not talking about that. We're talking about the only weekly business activation room. And now it's going to get even more powerful than ever, because at the Edison Mall, we are in the only corridor that has 3, not 1, not 2, but 3 arteries of flow of footprint. 3, we are in a strategic corner location, highly visible. And this is the place where game changers are going to gather. And why do I say game changers? Because look, there's a lot of people that do what you and I do. If we're going to talk about our jobs, there's a lot of people that do what you and I do. There's a lot of schools where you could go get a real estate license. There's a gazillion of them online. There's a lot of realtors that can help you buy or sell a home, if we're going to talk about that. There's a lot of people that do mortgages. There's a lot of people that do insurance. There's a lot of people that do painting and remodeling and building. And there's a lot of people that do tax. And guys, there's a lot of people that do what you and I do if we're going to talk about our job. So I wanted to share the footprint of what the Edison Mall provides as a location. But here, the most important thing, I'm going to ask my team to close out all the visuals, because now we're really going to get deep. We're going to get deep into what I want to share with you. So we can go ahead and close out the visual that we're sharing. We can take it off the screen. But here's what I want to tell you. This has nothing to do with doing our job. This has everything to do with building community. And building community is one of the most powerful things that we must understand our industry needs in today's society. Building community is one of the most powerful things that we need to understand. So yes, even though there's a lot of people that do our job, there's not too many people that can do what you and I do the way we do it. And my team is showing everyone, thank you for showing the map. My team is showing everyone exactly where tomorrow, for the very first Winners Wednesday business activation room, we're no longer a productivity boot camp. We've outgrown that identity. We're no longer a productivity boot camp. We are the only business activation room. So my team right now is showing you where you can go, where you can park, because everybody's like, where is this located? So if you don't see this now, share it on your profiles, share it with your friends, share it with everyone. We are limited to our capacity. Tomorrow we are going to be completely packed because so many people want to come, to the BGG and check it out. But I want to close out. I want to close out in sharing what I was sharing with you guys. So go ahead and put me back on full screen. We're going to, there we go. Thank you. I want you to understand something. I'm speaking to the marketplace right now. I'm speaking to every single business owner, entrepreneur, and professional. When it comes to your job, anybody can do what you're doing. When it comes to your job, you've got a lot of competition because there's a lot of people doing the same thing you do. But when it comes to your profession, this is where you must grow. You must gain experience. You must gain expertise. You must get more certifications or get more visible, get more omnipresent. You've got to stand out as a professional. So I'm speaking to your next level from just doing a job that's going to get you money to being that professional that is the one, the voice, the messenger with the right message in the marketplace, the most visible, the most, the loudest, the most serving, the most giving, the most generous, the most abundant. That is your profession. Then I also want to speak to those of you that are ready to understand more about your mission. What is the problem that I solve? What is the problem that I can solve for the marketplace? And so the BGG, effective immediately, is open to those of you that want to build on your mission, build on being that problem solver, being the solution in the marketplace. This is not about competition. There's no competition when it comes to us being in a mission field where we know we are on assignment. We are on an assignment where we're not just making money, because guys, if all you know how to do is make money, if all you know how to do is close deals to make money, and there's no other value, no other differentiator, there's no other essence to what you do, let me tell you, making money is really the lowest level of being in business. Anybody can make money in business. But what about being that one, being the solution? being that beacon, being that lighthouse, being that servant leader, being that voice. And that, my friends, is what the Business Growth Gallery is now looking to join forces with people that want to be more visible, more omnipresent, that want to rise up as the voice, that don't just want to do what they do for the money, but that are wanting to go in deeper and higher and wider. And that's where the BGG is looking to join forces with more premier partners. Premier partners that say, hey, I want to take advantage of that footprint, Lucy, that you've built, but I also want to lock arms and I also want to scale and serve my community, my marketplace, my region in an unmatchable way. That is what the BGG is going to provide. So if you are a big thinker, if you are open-minded, if you are ready to live the best years of your profession in a way that no competition will exist, because it's all going to be about community, contribution, collaboration, and co-elevation within a powerful footprint of commerce like the Edison Mall. And let me tell you, we are going to expand this to other locations. That's why I'm looking for premier partners. So if you are someone in any area and this resonates with you and you say, you know what, Lucy? Yeah, I'd like to expand into Southwest Florida. Yes, I'd like to make my business more visible. Yes, I'd like to make my company more omnipresent. I'd like to take advantage of what you have built within a powerful commerce ecosystem like the Edison Mall. But you know what, Lucy? I also want to be one of your elite premier partners that will open up other BGGs, other business growth galleries, and other locations. Let me tell you what we have put together. Not only is it a one of a kind, it is unmatchable. It is unmatchable because of the people that I've surrounded myself with and the people that I will continue to surround myself with. And that's why today on this Agents in the Trenches, I am calling out everyone that is ready to scale with a mindset of total collaboration, total contribution, total co-elevation, and total community, which is common unity. Not dog eat dogs, not I want to be bigger and better than you, not, you know, none of this chaotic stuff that we have lived and we see within this red ocean of chaos and competition in the marketplace. And guys, it happens in every marketplace. I am calling out those true, abundant, generous, frontline leaders with a mindset of co-elevation that want to join forces. And tomorrow, if you're hearing this for the first time and you've never witnessed or experienced a Winners Wednesday, you're invited. It'll be our launching date. But I wanted to get the message out loud and clear. Put it in the chats. I know a lot of people are watching this now and more people are going to watch it later on. I want you to write it loud and clear. The Business Growth Gallery is launching tomorrow, and we are looking for frontline leaders that are ready to scale. Come see me at the Edison Mall at the one-of-a-kind Business Growth Gallery, the only one of its kind, the only place that is like what we've built. And we're ready to join forces with great, phenomenal business entrepreneurs and professionals that I probably have not even met yet. But the best is yet to come. So we will see you next time, my friends. Until next week.
Max maximizes your immune system, mobilizes your body's own repair crew, immune stem cells, gives you strength for the moments you can't afford to miss, activates your immune system in as little as 2 hours, supports over 90% of immune cell types, the broadest coverage available. This is next generation immune support featuring a super mushroom blend, IP6, zinc, vitamins C and D, and of course, 4 life transfer factor peptides from animal and now plant-based sources with phytofactor. This is Max.